FYI, Sam, we are streaming.
Of course we are. We're just going to let everybody come in.
FYI, Sam, we are streaming. Yeah, I just said that.
We are. We're just going to let everybody come in. Sorry.
I kind of like hearing the bounce back. It's nice.
You sound great, bro.
Yeah.
You sound great. It's unbelievable. You were born for this.
I know. My dad sat me down when I was 10 and said, Mike, you're going to be a podcaster someday.
Yeah, little did he know you'd be the wizard.
Yeah. It's kind of weird for him to say that back in 1985, but...
Yeah, they didn't... he goes, I don't even know what a podcast is.
He had no idea.
These green little men come and tell me.
Do.
Guys, if you're listening, you're watching this video, not the live stream, just jump to a little over 3 minutes and we start so you can get right in the action.
I'm gonna cut this part out tomorrow, Sam.
Oh, okay.
It's just like that's the bonus when you listen and watch later on. It's edited. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. People filtering in. Filter.
Filter. Filter. I think we're close, dude. I think we're almost ready to start.
Yeah, we can start about... Yeah, we can go early.
Let's go. Right. 3 minutes in. Let's do it. Let's do them. This one's for the children.
Here we go.
The strange, the bizarre, the funny, and the sad. In a world of algorithmic nightmares, these are the stories you find when you scroll too long. All the facts, all the absurdity, none of the fluff. This is DoomScrollin with your hosts, Sam Tripoli and Midnight Mike.
Sam Tripoli, what's up, Sam?
Yes. It's Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, which means it's time for DoomScrollin, the most educational hour on the internet. You will learn more in this hour and a half than you will in a 4-year degree. I'm Sam Tripoli, and that is the wizard himself, Midnight Mike. How are you, Mike?
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
It really is, dude. How was your week, buddy?
It's busy. Keeps you on your toes. That world out there, you gotta look around, keep your head on a swivel, but doing good.
There's so much. Yes, I've changed outfits from my last live stream. Guys, we got an insane week for you. Enough of the talking, okay? Enough of the talking.
Ooh,
Spin the wheel.
Well, let's get the wheel on the screen right here. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's embiggen it.
Whoa.
Remove that. Bing, bom, boom. There we go.
Difficulties. Here we go. There we go. Now we're in it. Now
it's happening. It's all happening.
Okay. Okay. What score do we got?
So here's the thing. We had a bit of a failure last time. If you remember from last week, it was absolutely abysmal time right here. So let's check in and see what's going on here.
Jeff Goldblum popping in.
Oh boy.
You guys couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't even get 7,000 points. Last episode, as you guys know, you are still in the Tower of Truth. If you score below 3,000 points, you'll go back to the land of lunacy. But if you guys can score 7,500 points, you will go to the Palace of Pleasure. Oh, yes.
Hey, Jeff Goldblum popping in here, just wishing you guys luck. Hi, Mike.
Thank you, Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, there it is. That's all.
Wow,
all right.
We have 67 videos, nothing but bangers. Spin the wheel.
Let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Wheel of Doom.
Who owns Billie Eilish and D4? The guy who had his 15-year-old girlfriend decompose in his car, allegedly. One of his songs has a scene where a body is dragged into a car trunk. In the back of my mind, I and I didn't even regret it. He and Billie Eilish are signed to Darkroom Records, which is owned by Interscope. Interscope owns Kendrick Lamar, Lil Baby, Playboi Carti, Eminem, J. Cole, SZA, Lana Del Rey, Tupac, and John Lennon. And all these people you see on screen right now. Darkroom CEO is Justin Lubliner, who works for Lucian Grange and Steve Berman at UMG. Steve Berman, not to be confused with Wayne Berman, Blackstone's head of affairs, Bush's advisor, and Trump's member of the Presidential Advisory Board. UMG, which owns Interscope, is majority owned by Vincent Bollorès, related to the Rothschild Goldschmidt family, who's getting sued by 11 NGOs for alleged human rights abuses and money laundering. Bollorès has a stake in Sockfin, which has plantations in all of these countries, and Bollorès Africa Logistics, which manages all the imports and exports of all of these countries. Bollorès seems like a really chill and interesting guy to hang out with, even though his grandmother was in his French liaison for secret arms deals. Allegedly. Guess what everyone I mentioned has in common?
What? Come on, man.
What?
Come on. We should do an anti-video of the week.
You cannot do that to us.
That's a cliffhanger. But we got 300 points, so I'll take it, dude. I'll take it.
So official, like, do you like all those bangs and booms that he's doing, or is that?
It's a lot.
It does add some like intensity, but it could be a little too much. But
it goes deep, buddy, and it just lets you know that the masters of mankind are manipulating every single part of our life, include our music. And just when we thought like a gangster rap was dark, now comes the satanic stuff to make that stuff seem like weird, right? It's very weird. Can't Hollywood the kids gangster. Just dance? Can't the kids just dance?
No, we had a whole movie about that, Footloose. They can't dance.
Yeah,
not unless you have Kevin Bacon fighting back for you.
These freaking sheriffs. Spin the wheel, 300 points. We'll take it. At this point, that's a good start.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Worst video of the week. We need that.
Did you know that in 2020, a UN coordinator turned refugee camps into organ harvesting factories?
Oh, my God.
Helena Schmidt was supposed to protect displaced families seeking safety and medical care. Instead, she ran a $60 million operation selling their hearts, livers, and kidneys to wealthy buyers worldwide. Refugees trusted her completely. She was their only hope for healthcare in isolated camps.
Damn.
Schmidt carefully picked healthy victims whose disappearances wouldn't be questioned by overwhelmed administrators. She used official UN medical supplies and transport routes to ship organs internationally. While families searched desperately for missing relatives, Schmidt kept detailed victim catalogs like a shopping list. Camp workers began noticing strange activities at the medical facility, but she had diplomatic immunity. When authorities finally raided her operation, they found her extracting a liver from a conscious refugee named Ahmad Hassan. He was strapped to the table, fully awake, watching his own organ being removed.
What?
Her records revealed over 300 refugees had been murdered for their organs, all under the protection of humanitarian missions.
Bring back the gallows, dude. That chick needs a public execution.
And you know she probably got promoted.
She probably did get promoted. She moved somewhere else and got a higher pay rate. Man, we got $500 from 2 dark videos. The wheel is sassy.
The wheel is pointing these in a very interesting way. We already got 500 points, and I'm not complaining, but we're only 2 videos down. 65 to go.
God. 65 to go, guys. Buckle up.
Here we go.
Strap it in.
He's strap in.
Will do.
You just have to be ready.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, and here are some things that I find suspicious. The official NASA footage of astronauts blasting off into space from the moon.
Voice, it's an Army Death Day. I'm going to get the pro. 99, proceeded, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston.
Okay.
Funny how the best actors get plaques on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It makes sense these astronauts did too. That millions of bells were destroyed for the world wars. According to legend, bells were once used to ward off disease, storms, and bad spirits. It's almost as if there's power in frequencies. But sure, I bet they just need the bells for ammunition. that in 1909, a newspaper article was published describing the discovery of an underground city and hieroglyphics in the Grand Canyon. Although this was brushed off as a hoax, I can't help but wonder, why is a majority of the Grand Canyon blocked off to the public? If you're a conspiracy theorist like us, let us know what you find suspicious.
Yes. Hi. Conspiracy Smoke Show asking the questions. That video from Leaving the Moon is the number one sign that the thing was fake. Who ran that? Who took the video? Who followed the camera? Now, later on, they came out midnight and they said a guy down on Earth powered it. And the problem is, at minimum, there's a 5-second delay. How could he know where the shuttle went? It's impossible.
Yeah, he would have to make a pretty good guess. Empowered it, like controlled it, or was he on like some kind of bicycle powering the thing? The moon theory, the moon, I guess, hoax theory, it's been going around a little bit more than usual lately. I've been hearing it talks about that more than you normally would by people you wouldn't expect. So it's gaining ground, and that person. It doesn't hurt when you're holding a baby goat when you deliver controversial topics. It only helps. So
I agree.
When you break bad news with somebody, hold something.
What's our
cute.
Points at? Okay.
Oh,
we only
wow.
got 80 for that.
Oof.
Man, this wheel, man, it's an
divisive.
enigma.
It's divisive.
It's an enigma.
So keep your eyes open.
I'm going to.
You better watch out for the wheel.
What kind of God would say to someone, you're the only person I like, everyone else I hate? A monster would do that. Okay? So, in other words, the true secret that these secret societies are trying to keep is the God we worship today is the false God. It's the and we are actually in a prison created by this false God. And that's who Jesus was. Jesus was a cosmic being sent by the monad to tell us the truth about the world.
Okay,
and that's when he died. Because the Roman Empire could not allow people to see the truth. If I told you the truth, you would know it right away. You would wake up. Therefore, the truth tellers must be killed. Okay? So that's what the secret societies believe. They believe that the monad exists, and the mind of the monad is what creates the universe. And Jesus was sent to remind us that even though we're in a prison, there's still the monad in you. There's a spark in you, a divine light in you that you can activate. And if you activate it, then you will return to the monad. You will see the truth for yourself. And when you die, your soul, which is part of the monad, will want to return to the monad and can escape this world. But to activate this light, you must be a good person. You must love one another. You must reject money and materialism. And grades, okay? Grades in school. You must reject competition. You must reject material wealth in order to pursue spiritual happiness. Okay? That was the message of Jesus. Now you can imagine that the powers that be, the Nephilim, would not like this, okay? Yeah. It's a direct threat to Nephilim, who now control the prison created by the Demiurge. It's also a direct threat to the Demiurge. And that's why these secret societies have been, over the centuries, been repressed, been executed, okay, been massacred. But they believe that it is their duty to protect this secret, because only by protecting the secret can humanity be ultimately saved.
I agree, dude. I'm telling you, a lot of people hate that Gnosticism, but I think there was a angry God, and Jesus is the key code to get out of this whole thing. Some people call him video of the day. I don't know. Are you ready for that?
No, because I have some reasons why. If it was going to be video of the day, it needs to be just a little bit more well produced, meaning that music cut off way too early in his speech, and I thought it was a little too loud. I like if you're going to be a bad video, just be bad video. If you're going to do production, take it all the way. Yeah. And I couldn't tell if this guy is telling us the truth, or is he a Chinese spy sent to deceive us? I don't know. I am confused, but I like his message. Whether he's a spy or not, I like his message.
I don't know if he's Chinese. He might be Korean. Some guy in the comments said he was born on a rooftop.
What? Okay, so I'm confused now.
We don't know what's happening.
We don't know what's happening.
I don't know. And it doesn't matter like I said, it doesn't matter if he's a Chinese spy. His message is interesting and may ring true. It's love.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, listen to the message, not the messenger.
Yeah, ignore the spies.
Sorry, guys.
Here we go. We're doing it.
Pizza magic.
Did you know that in the 1980s, Marion Suchet Knight Sr. turned KFC restaurants into the most creative money laundering operation in criminal history?
Yes.
While customers ordered buckets of chicken, Knight was cooking the books with millions in drug money.
Oh, wow.
His Los Angeles KFC franchises looked completely normal from the outside, but inside they were washing dirty cash through fake chicken sales. Knight inflated sales figures, created receipts from meals never sold, and put ghost employees on payroll. Some locations reported selling more chicken than McDonald's flagship stores. The DA started noticing impossible sales volumes at certain franchises. How could a small KFC sell 10,000 meals in one day? On March 15th, 1989, federal agents raided 6 locations simultaneously.
Damn.
They found briefcases stuffed with cash hidden behind fryers and freezers, more money than chicken in the entire building. Knight was arrested facing life imprisonment for money laundering. Finger Licking Good had become code for one of the most sophisticated criminal operations ever discovered. The Colonel's secret recipe included a lot more than 11 herbs and spices.
Wow.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, dude, the dark web, dark markets are pure capitalism. Sorry. I mean, that might be the most shadiest story ever. Chicken and crime? Come on. What are we doing here?
And they're so focused on the money. What happened to all the chicken?
Yeah, dude.
Like, were they just not worried about selling chicken? Because it still is a good business to run. You can launder money and also sell good, delicious chicken to the public. So it seems like their money laundering scheme was only half the business that they were worried about. I don't know.
Stop getting greedy, dude. Stop getting greedy. You got to play within the, you got to keep it a normal business.
Look at that score, Sam. We are already at 1,060 points.
We're so close. We are so close. We just got to stay away from that video folly, dude.
I know.
It's constantly haunting me in my dreams. I can't sleep some nights thinking about it.
But Jim Carrey laughing at me, calling me stupid.
We need those chicken dollars.
I need some laundered chicken.
Yeah, laundered chickens.
This is real.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hi, I'm Rue McClanahan, and I'm just about to host this video on the loving care of your cat. But first, somebody told me there's a cat over here I should see.
Right.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Well, who is this pretty thing?
This is Punky.
Hi, Punky.
I'd like you to meet some of her friends.
All right. Aren't they wonderful?
Oh, my gosh.
Kitty cats everywhere. Oh, my beautiful kitty cat. Hello, honey. Oh, somebody's... Oh, look at the sign. Oh, look at the Siamese. Oh, these gorgeous kitties. Hi, baby. Who is this? Do they all have names? Yes, they do.
Oh, my God. There's too many cats.
Hi, I'm still Rue McClanahan, and this is a more official welcome to my video about the care and treatment of your cat. I promise we'll go back to Cat Mountain a little later and tell you what it's all about. But first, I want to tell you what this video is all about.
What?
Our plan is to cover as much as we can of the various aspects of cat care.
Okay.
From the basics of health and fitness to the mysterious inner workings of the feline mind. It's your mind we're talking about, honey. I know that there has to be so much heartbreak in your job.
Oh, no. What are they doing to the cat?
How do you?
Well, we try our best to adopt them out and to find good homes for them. And we just have to realize that those that don't get adopted are really better off being destroyed than they are.
What?
Well, you must understand that cats have scent glands on their temples and in the gapes of their mouths and at the roots of their tails.
And when a cat rubs up against you, besides being affectionate, they're marking you with their scent.
Wow. I see. Wow. So, in fact, they're claiming you as their territory.
In a sense, yes.
Really and, David, you've been a terrific expert, advisor, and friend. We couldn't have done this without you, and I want to thank you for all your help and for the dedication that you bring to your work.
It's been a pleasure. And I've really enjoyed myself, and I think you've done a marvelous job in presenting this video.
Well, thank you. You know we're going to be doing another one about dogs. What? I'd love you to be a part of it.
I'd be absolutely delighted.
Then it's a deal. Well, I have to do the closing. This has been a wonderful experience for me. We've attempted to cover as much as we could in the time allowed. There's just so much to learn about these fascinating creatures. I hope what we've presented we've done in an informative and entertaining way.
And these people were all doing drugs.
Dude, that was the most bizarre video I've ever watched. It was like, love your cat, and we got to put most of them down.
We have a room full of cats that we're probably going to kill later.
Dude, this is crazy. You know what else is crazy? If you love this show, you should support the host. And that's why you got to go to ourbigdumbmouth.com. That's right. Check out Midnight Mike's website. His other show is Pure Fire. Tell us about it, Mike.
You know what? I don't want any more listeners.
Oh, damn.
You know what? We have too many listeners. Don't go there. Don't go to the website. We're full, okay? We have too many listeners, so don't even go there. All right?
We will let you know when he's looking for. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I didn't put it. Why was it in there? I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right.
And then if you want to go see. If you want to see some real stuff, you want to support me, go to my website, go to samtripoli.com. Tulsa, Oklahoma City. Austin is selling out, guys. Last night, there was only 108 tickets left for the whole weekend. I wish I could say it was me. It's the club, and they're nice enough to let me play there. So grab your tickets now. Skankfest in New Orleans. Then the big show, which is November 21st, Las Vegas, Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night. Now, there will be a show, and I'm about to announce. I can't announce it not yet till papers are signed, T's are crossed, I's are dotted. December 6th, Atlantic City, my new big project will be revealed, and I think you guys are going to love it. So that will be in Atlantic City on December 6th. Minnesota, and then I will be closing out the year in Morris Plain, New Jersey, the Dojo of Comedy. Support me, supporting you, supporting us. There we go. Let's get it back into it.
Let's do it. Here we go. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Pressing the button. It's going to start up. There we go.
Well, go.
There's a federal law called Title 4D.
This is nuts.
It was passed in the late 1970s. This is the cause of the divorce explosion in the 1980s and the creation of. There were no family courts in the early 1980s. They didn't exist. They were created specifically because of Title 4D. Title 4D provides for matching funds for the collection of child support. So I don't know about Virginia, but I know about Texas. In Texas, it's $500 million. It's $480 to $520 million per year. The more child support that's issued, the more money the state gets in reimbursements.
Oh.
The more it collects, the more it gets in the entire Texas Attorney General's office is funded by the child support collection matching funds from Title 4D. In Texas actually has a law in the Texas Government Code which requires all judges to rule in cases in such a way to maximize Title 4D reimbursements.
Oh my God!
Before anything is heard in case. This explains a lot of peculiar things in family court. Family court's known for giving custody to the dysfunctional parent, and they just do it consistently. They do it all the time. I watched a case ahead of mine one time, and they gave 2 children back to a heroin addict mother who had successfully passed the drug test after 15 days for the first time.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What was the
Why
alternative?
would they do that? That makes no sense, right? Everybody goes, nobody in their right mind would do things like, why do they do it? Here's why they do it. The state knows full well it will never collect child support from a heroin addict. And all that matching money, they don't get it.
Got it.
Whoa!
They know that the responsible parent will bankrupt themselves to protect their child and to take care of their child, and they'll get all the matching money for that.
Makes sense.
So the decision in family court doesn't come down to, are you a fit and willing parent? If that were the case, then in 99% of the cases, you would have both parents getting 50-50 custody because both parents are fit and willing, right? Most abuse is actually much rarer than we think, right?
Yeah.
So abuse and neglect, those are two ends of the spectrum, right? So what they do is they say, which person here will give me the maximum Title IV reimbursement for the state?
Wow.
And that's the person who loses custody so that they pay child support. That's the real calculation that's going on. You mentioned CPS, and if you're looking at laws around this, you need to know about Title IV-E. Title IV-E gives reimbursements for taking children.
Oh my God!
It makes nothing but sense.
It makes nothing but sense, and I'm gonna make something make sense. Video of the day.
I think it's right there. Information overload. Good stuff.
Video. Heavy legs. Big money. Great job, guys.
Great job. You know what else it does, dude? I always think about this. Why do women tend to get shorter sentences when they do the same crime as, let's say, a man and a woman does a crime?
Yeah.
The man gets, let's say, 20 years. The chick gets 5 to 8 years. Why is that? Well, because when you hit a woman with a felony, it makes it really hard for her to get a job.
Yeah.
And if the more kids she has, the less likely she could take care of it, the more likely she's going to be on heroin or government assistance. And you're just creating more people to feed the prison industrial system, welfare, all that stuff. So that's all I got to say about that. I mean, the whole system is bent on destroying children. That's my humble opinion.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you know what else is crazy? We just got 20 gay bucks.
Whoa.
Yeah. There we go. 20 gay dollars. Make it holla. There we go. Thank you. We need those gay dollars. Even though it's a different show, we'll take gay dollars right here anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are doom dollars, guys.
I'm gay.
On this show, it's doom dollars. Okay.
It's kind of like Disney dollars. They're only good.
Oh, dude, we got a lot of points on that one. I'm telling you, the wheel likes really angry energy today.
I think so.
We got almost 400 points on that one.
Whew. Here we go.
Makes you wonder. Things that make you go home. Things that make you go home. Well, you got a good one on that one.
Ooh, I feel, oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just announced that Bad Bunny is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show, which is always a ritual. Why on this magazine cover is he wearing a checker patterned suit thing, which is a reference to Kim Noble's work? Kim Noble was somebody who was essayed and abused by handlers who were from mystery schools and secret societies. They're always telegraphing every single thing that they do. This is going to be no different, unless you have some other explanation.
I don't. No,
I don't. And Izzy Griffin is always his batting average is insane. I just want to say something to everybody. If you love the content creator, stop the video, look at the bottom of the video. It has their social media handles there, and you could find all them. These are mostly from Instagram, so you can find all them. And he's totally right, dude. You remember when the Super Bowl halftime show was just for families? Now it's gotten super dark, super satanic, and it's very weird, dude.
Yeah, there always has been kind of like, I know we tune in, like the conspiracy community. We tune in to watch the symbolism, what's coming up next. It's fun for us. But yeah, there was a time where it was just intermission, and it wasn't so much of an event. And I guess the question is, when did it transform from a family event into an Illuminati exhibition? What was the halftime show?
I'm with you, dude. It's like Bad Bunny. How many people over 40 could tell you Bad Bunny is? Now I know who Bad Bunny is because Adam Sandler's movie and all that stuff, but he like dresses up in drag all the time. He's with a Kardashian, which is witch magic. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the gentleman. I'm sure he has amazing music, and he's going to put on an amazing show for everyone.
That's a positive way to spin negative energy. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, Midnight.
Giving it my all.
So the Super Bowl halftime show is the Super Bowl for conspiracy theorists. That's my opinion.
It is.
Right? It's so crazy.
You know, Jay Dyer is like watching it, 2 inches from the screen, looking at it.
Jay Dyer,
same with
Isaac Weishaupt, and do not. He's one. They all watch it, and I just wait to hear what they have to say. All right, spin the wheel. Crazy video. That was a great. Izzy Griffin dropping hammers.
Wheel of
From Canada to Australia, Britain to France, Germany to the United States, the same pattern is playing out. The people in charge are sinking their own nations while vying for a seat on some international committee. Modern governance is a career ladder. Politicians and bureaucrats don't serve the people, they serve their own ambitions. Global institutions like the UN, WHO, and WEF aren't just advisory bodies to these climbers, they're the next job. That's why Western policies all look the same, because they're not written for the nation, they're written for the resume. Instead of tailoring laws to local needs, these leaders download blueprints from global bodies and implement them blindly. Housing, mass migration, energy, healthcare, education, justice. Everything is being reformatted according to some international consensus that sounds nice at cocktail parties in Geneva, but spells disaster at street level. The result? Crumbling infrastructure, homeless addicts flooding cities, mass migration, soaring crime, broken families, fractured communities, and a generation that hates its own history, taught to see their ancestors as nothing but colonizers and slavers. Also that they'll reject national identity and accept the new global order with open arms. But here's the irony. Most of the people pushing these policies have no idea that they're carrying water for Marxist theory. They're not thinkers. They're obedient middle managers in suits. Bureaucracy rewards conformity, not intelligence. That's why these people obsess over obedience. They know it's the only thing they're good at. They can't build anything, they can't fix anything, but they can follow rules and punish dissenters. That's why it all feels so soulless. The same empty slogans, the same bad ideas dressed up in new moral language, the same censorship, shaming, and surveillance in the name of safety or equity. It's that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack Sparrow steps off a sinking boat just as it slips beneath the waves. That's your average bureaucrat, drilling holes in the National Hall, confident that they'll step off just in time onto the dock of global governance. They don't care if the ship sinks. They were never loyal to it in the first place, because this isn't policy, it's betrayal.
Yep.
Guy nailed what did you say? He's saying the truth right there.
He nailed it, dude. And it's like so crazy that this new bill is trying to pass in England, and they're having a petition that's getting up to 3 million signatures. I don't know how it's not all 54 million people in the UK signing it, but this is, Alex Jones is a shaman at this point. I mean, he's been talking about this forever. They're going for it. And you just got to see what they do in China, what they're making the Chinese do right now. Not good. Not good.
Exactly.
I mean, what they're doing in the UK, the digital ID. Now Canada's talking about it right now, too. It is curious. Like they're just like, oh, now it's time. And, they're just trying to wiggle that in here. Now, here in the United States, is our form of the digital ID the real ID, or is it going to be something totally different?
I think it's going to be even deeper. I think the real ID is the start, and then they're gonna go even deeper. They're gonna put your medical stuff on that, your social media activities, all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I still don't have a real ID yet. I don't got one.
Dude, this is late breaking news. Late breaking news. Doug Wilson smoke with XG in Vegas. Let's go. All right, congratulations, XG living his best life. Bro, we are so close to 3,000.
I know.
So many people watching.
We're doing so well.
We're doing so well. We're so proud.
The Olive Garden. It's a new Italian restaurant, and it is so popular that ever since it opened, which was about 1 month ago, they have had 45-minute waits at lunch and dinner. I mean, people are just going in droves to this place. Now, there's a big parking lot outside. It's a very convenient suburban restaurant. Oh, wow. And when you go in, you see what they're going for, which is they call kind of an Italian garden setting.
Oh, nice.
We're looking there, and what it says is you can get those breadsticks and salad complimentary with the entrees. And they're quite all you can eat, which is really nice.
All you can eat.
So we asked some people what they thought of the Olive Garden, and this is what they had to say.
Hard-hitting.
It has good flavor. It's not bland. Good variety of food.
I'd probably tell them that it's a really neat environment, and their food and spaghetti is excellent. That's what I had today. And the service is great. I was really impressed.
Now, this might come as a surprise because I've been raving about it. For food, I gave it 2.5. I'll tell you what, I went there twice. Some things were really good. I mean, I like their soup and their salad was good, their dessert was good. Some of the other things were just okay. And one night, the fettuccine Alfredo was good, and another night it was just so-so. So I think they need some
you don't want a guy with that tie
2.5.
walking in as a food.
No. I gave it a 2.5 also.
She gave it 2.5 to Steve.
Between
Come on.
fair and good. As Steve said, some things were very good. I thought the fettuccine was a lot better last night. I had a problem with their tomato sauce. I just didn't like their tomato sauce. It's very garlicky, and it also was a little acid to me.
You know, we might be in the minority here because people were raving about it.
Yeah, you
raving about it. You know, we came in the door and they said, "Isn't this great?" And we're saying, "Yeah." So you know, it's like it's up to you. This is just what we thought about.
And it's certainly not gourmet Italian food.
No.
I mean, this is basic family Italian food.
I mean, what you're getting is a huge portion as well, which goes a long way.
All right.
Whoa. Studio audience. Oh my God, where are they going to brothel? Whoa.
Tomorrow's 60s fashion. All right.
Whoa.
When's the last time you've been to Olive Garden?
I don't even remember the last time I went to Olive Garden.
I don't know.
I went to Applebee's recently with Shane Cashman. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, you know, where I grew up in Ohio, we didn't have like a lot of places to eat. So Olive Garden probably was considered back in the 80s, you know, somewhat fine dining.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
You know?
It's crazy because I live in LA and like we'll see advertisements for like Applebee's and all that stuff, but none of them can afford to be in LA. It's like crazy. None of them are here. I can't find any of these restaurants. I'm dying for an Applebee's.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Appetizers. That's all I want. Can I get some nice appetizers?
Yeah, you can have a good time. You know, get some
we gotta open
mozzarella
a Pizza
sticks.
Magic, dude. We really do have to open a Pizza Magic.
Pizza Magic.
We need that, dude.
The world needs it now more than ever.
The world needs Pizza Magic.
Pizza Magic.
More confusion into the situation was a series of last-minute replacements and unexplained absences within the chain of command. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff was General Henry Shelton, but on September 11, he was absent, and his post was taken by his deputy, General Richard B. Myers. The FAA's National Operations Manager was Ben Sliney. On the morning of September 11, Sliney had been on that job for less than 1 day. The protocols required for Mr. Sliney to speak directly with the hijack coordinator, Lieutenant General Mike Canavan. But Canavan on that day was in Puerto Rico, and apparently he had forgotten to designate a replacement. In regards to the ensuing confusion, Mr. Sliney has stated, "That's incredible. There is only one person. There must be someone designated or someone who will assume the responsibility of issuing an order." At the head of the National Command Center was General Montague Winfield. But on the evening of September 10th, Winfield instructed Captain Charles Leidig to take his place on the following morning.
Okay.
Leidig had been just recently certified for that post and was also on his first day on the job.
Oh boy.
At the Operation Command of NEADS was Colonel Marr. When Marr called his superior, General Arnold, to get authorization to scramble the jets from Otis, he was told that Arnold was in a meeting where he could not be reached by telephone. Marr had to physically send a messenger looking for him. Precious minutes were lost as Marr waited for Arnold to return his call, and when the fighters were finally scrambled, it was too late for them to intercept American 11.
Oh.
The top commander in charge of NORAD was General Ralph Eberhard. Eberhard called General Myers to update him on the situation. But even though both generals knew the country was being attacked by hijacked airplanes, neither of them suggested suspending the war games and recalling all the fighters available as soon as possible.
Oh.
Furthermore, instead of getting on the phone and taking control of the situation, in the most crucial moment of the day, General Eberhard chose to get in his car and drive from the Peterson base to Cheyenne Mountain.
Of course.
The 30-minute drive put him completely out of the loop. General Eberhard was also the person responsible for lowering the security level of the defense computer system on the evening of September 10th. And then there was Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh,
the hijack coordinator is in Puerto Rico. No one knows who the replacement is. The military command is in the hands of a total rookie, and the Secretary of Defense is nowhere to be found. After the Pentagon was hit, rather than go to the command center and take charge of the situation, the Secretary of Defense chose to lend a helping hand on the Pentagon's lawn. It's almost as if Rumsfeld didn't feel the need to be informed about what was happening to his country under attack.
For 30 minutes, we couldn't find him. And just as we began to worry, he walked into the door of the National Military Command.
In fact, Rumsfeld told the 9/11 Commission that he was just gaining situational awareness when he spoke with the Vice President at 10:39. That's more than 1.5 hours after the whole world knew that America was under attack. Why would so many rookies be placed in key positions? And why would so many top officials be either absent or unavailable on a day when so many exercises were scheduled?
Isn't that interesting? That's a video of the day.
Yeah, I think it is. It's tough to deny that one.
That one.
Heavy legs, big money.
Great job, guys.
That's a video of the day, bro. I mean, if you watch that video, you don't think it was an inside attack. It's like inside job. I don't know what to tell you.
Just a hell of a lot of coincidences to happen right there, just so they can throw their hands up in the air and say, "Oh, our bad." I was in a meeting. I was in transit. We were doing a war games. There's enough obfuscation going on there. They could literally claim ignorance, and it would be tough to suggest otherwise because they wouldn't really have any tangible proof. So
I totally agree, dude. I don't even understand how that is possible. How is this all possible? Nobody, dude. People not only didn't get fired, they got promotions.
Yes,
it's completely over the top. Why do I have to sit here and explain to people how this is crazy?
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. I mean, how are we not all pissed off right now? My God, that little country over there treats us like Latin America, and we're just like, I wish they'd stop.
And 24 years later, and we really have no more additional clarity from anybody in power, and that's just the way it is.
And they're all gonna die peacefully. Sucks.
We're at 29-20. 29-20.
Oh, we're so close. Thank God.
This image is way more horrifying than you think it is. Today in Aztec history, we're talking about the Flayed priests. History is history, and I will tell you it exactly as it is. I'm not trying to paint the Aztecs in a good light or a bad light. I am trying to paint them in the light that they are. And in this particular instance, this is some fucked up shit. The reason that they're called the Flayed priests is because they used to flay people. That means that they used to cut the skin off of human beings, usually as one giant piece. They would have a kind of slit in the back of it and then wear you as a giant one jumpsuit. Yes, wear your skin. And they wouldn't cut the hands and feet off. They would cut most of it so you could slip your hands through and maneuver them, and then they would just let the skin dangle. That's the hands and the feet. And even among the times, these priests were seen as super hardcore, and not everybody liked them. They were seen as kind of a necessary evil, and I'll explain why. But also, just a minor point, yes, even back then, they were like, holy God Almighty, those skin suits stink. They were worshipping Xicotencatl, the Lord of the Flayed Ones, or simply our Lord, the Flayed One. He was the god of immortality, sacrifice, and of plants growing. And Xicotencatl himself wore skin suits. That's how he stayed immortal. His skin would die, and he would put on a new skin suit and continue his reign of immortality. So to recap, there was a god, the Flayed One, who wore people's skin, and then he had priests, the Flayed priests, who would also wear people's skin. And if you're thinking, they must be evil. No, they needed to do this because they needed sacrifice. Remember, blood fed the earth. It gave the gods magic. Without blood going to the earth and being sacrificed to the gods do not have magic, and therefore they could not bestow their gifts upon the people. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. And really, I honestly do mean that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're here, thank you for spending your time and giving your time to me. Time is precious, and so I hope I didn't waste your time. If you support me on Patreon, thank you. To everybody else, say it with me now. Have a magical day, everyone.
What?
Wow, okay.
I like the video. The ending drove me a little crazy.
Yeah.
Can't be super happy-go-lucky after you just told us about the filet god.
Which is like the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of situation going on.
Yeah,
there.
100. Well
Ed Gein.
done, dude. I would like to give you points on that. Yeah, I mean, dude, you worship a guy who wears meat suits.
That's the first time I've heard of that. I guess I didn't know. They did human sacrifice and they used like the body parts, but I didn't know they made entire costumes out of it.
It's just poor people. Poor people. Real quick, guys. I just want to tell you, it's officially announced that it premieres October 4th. October 4th is my newest crowdwork special live from Chicago, Deep Dish. Hope you guys enjoy it. Bang. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know why that didn't show up there. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me remove it, and then you can put it right there.
There we go. Deep Dish.
Remove the wheel. Add that one. There you go.
There we go. Just go to youtube.com/@Sam Tripoli Comedy Deep Dish live from Chicago. It's a wild one. It's a real wild one. Gonna have a lot of fun. There we go. Enough of the promotion. Let's get back into it.
Let's do it.
We're halfway through the show.
So Jeff Bezos' mom died. I know. Try to hold back your tears. Without her, he never would have become the oligarch he is today. But while I was researching this script, not only did I learn a lot about Jeff Bezos' daddy issues, I also learned about his very real connection to one of the most secretive government agencies in the US. So stay with me, because what the fuck? Jackie was a teen mom. She gave birth to Jeff just after she turned 17 years old. His biological father was an alcoholic, and he left the family when Jeff was about 17 months old. Jeff loves to paint the struggles that Jackie faced as a single mom, but Jackie was a Nepo baby herself. Her dad, Jeff's grandfather, was a very high-ranking official at DARPA, as in the US government's secret tech lab that gave us the internet, drones, and all kinds of futuristic weapons. Yeah, that DARPA. And Jeff spent his summers with his grandfather to develop his skills and interests. By the time Jeff was 4 years old, Jackie had remarried to an Exxon oil executive who adopted Jeff and gave him his infamous last name. And then in 1955, Jackie and her husband gave Jeff $250,000 to start Amazon. And that's how a DARPA-groomed Nepo baby took over the world.
Wow.
Yep, 100%. These people are like, oh, they just work so hard. They're just hard workers. So hard. Such a
hard work and, millions and millions and millions of dollars of, seed money. That helps too.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when your dad or your grandpa basically helps start DARPA. I mean, all these guys, it's always out of a garage. They started in the garage just working real hard. They just didn't care about women. They just focused on the future. It's like all BS. He's Lex Luthor.
I would say that they wanted women back then. It's just that they were nerds and they couldn't get them until they had more money. And then he started juicing and boosting himself with HGH, and then boom. Like if you look at old Bezos pictures to now, he's almost like a completely different human.
Yeah, he's doing a little adreno and some HGH and TRT and just getting. And then his wife just keeps getting weirder and weirder plastic surgery, look more and more like a trans Halloween mask. It's like really weird, dude. It's like really weird.
Yeah, they look like people from Escape from New York. It's really it's strange look.
It is a strange look. She's starting to look like Jigsaw.
Yeah.
And by Jigsaw, I mean Laura Loomer.
Oh, okay. Well,
shots fired.
There's worse people.
Shots fired.
There we go. We're at 3080 people. Here we go. We're going to go for a big spin right there. Big spin. Powerful spin.
Hi, my name is Alice, and if you own a cast iron skillet, congratulations on coming out diva because you are gay.
What?
Part of the reason that I think cast iron skillets are gay is because why are you putting in hours more effort to make your food taste 5% better than it actually is? If you're straight, you're coming home and you're making microwave macaroni. Straight people, stop eating cold buffalo chicken on a Friday night in the dark. You have to like foreplay it by like seasoning it, lubing it up with like the paper towel, cast iron soap, and then you gotta get out the steak that you got from the artisanal butcher. Straight people aren't doing this, you get the point.
I don't even care if it's gay or not. I'm going to your place for dinner. What about a non-stick pan?
This is a strictly heterosexual behavior. A non-stick pan is going home after their accounting job to watch the Chiefs game.
What about a chocolate cake served in a small cast iron pan?
Oh my god, the most beautiful bisexual woman you've ever seen is doing that, and she's putting raspberries and powdered sugar on top.
What about a cast iron pan in a cartoon?
Oh yes, and then their neck turns into an accordion. Yeah, I think there's something very homosexual about that relationship.
Alice, I've decided. I think a cast iron, it's gay.
I mean, that's an interesting video. I mean, that girl was on point. She was really on point.
She got made some good.
That guy looked like he's straight out of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Probably has a cast iron pan.
Yeah, as straight guys look gayer and gayer, gay guys got to out-gay the straights, and then they start looking like they're straight out of Alice in Wonderland.
It's a tough game. It really is.
You got to stay in the head of the game, dude. Some people are very upset because they use cast irons. And
I have cast iron here. I got a lot of cast iron here. I'm probably very gay.
Dude, you need to come out now because that will help sell the show to the elites. Hey, elites, we have one gay and a half a gay hosting the show.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everybody's going to be gay now.
Yeah, everybody's going to be gay. Let's do it, dude.
Yes,
More
do
gays, the better. Team cast iron, yes.
Team cast iron. All right, let's do it. 35-20, Team cast iron spinning right now.
Vampires that reach a certain age will sometimes undergo a metamorphosis into a stranger, deeper version of the creatures, referred to by most as elders, likely becoming closer to the primeval origins of the curse. I believe that Albin Grau designed the character Count Orlok after witnessing an elder himself. Through this depiction, more accurate portrayals of the most powerful elder vampires have bled into numerous films and television shows. The descriptions of elders in the journals of my ancestor Harold Baldry Jr. paint them as dramatic exaggerations of their younger counterparts. While they display incredible supernatural abilities and need to feed less frequently, they are also the source of most popularly believed vampire weaknesses, including a much stronger aversion to true faith objects, prayer, and occult tools. They have no tolerance for sunlight, being utterly destroyed by it. They make up for all this, however, in their seeming inability to permanently die. Through unknown means, they return to the world again and again, more monstrous with each passing. It is written that fallen vampires made into haunters by their masters will take on elder features as well, much like the one seen in my home. Elders were also surrounded by paranormal activity. The most terrifying vampires. See here the photo of one, once held in St. George's Keep.
Whoa, that guy's dramatic.
Yeah.
He's like, just like this vampire saw in my house. Saw one in his house.
I like a good vampire video, that's for sure. It's like one of those creatures or cryptids you don't hear about a lot, because it's such a classic beast that's been covered so many times. But having a good vampire video is good every now and again.
No, I agree, dude. And this one, I agree with this. Totally agree with this, dude. Totally agree with it. That was the largest block of gay we've ever had on this show.
I would say so.
Yeah, 2 gays back to back.
Well, let's cleanse the palate with maybe
we got
less
4,000
cast iron
now, or else we got no shot.
We need a golden video. We need a golden video.
We need a golden video.
Do you want me to tell you my? I haven't been on any podcast to say this yet, but I think a lot of people are getting Epstein wrong. People think that they're protecting politicians. Are they? Absolutely. Was Clinton back and forth to that island? Absolutely.
Right.
Could Trump have maybe gone there? I don't think he did because they released those logs, but he was on the plane.
Yeah.
They were friends.
And I feel like maybe the left would have used that information if they could have.
But if they released it on him, they would have had to release it on everyone.
Everybody.
Because once part of it was out, there would have been no stopping it.
Right.
So, but people think they're protecting politicians. There's no politician loyal enough to anyone else that they wouldn't use it at their advantage. That's not who they're protecting. I want people to recognize that the people we know were hanging out with them, people like Bill Gates, right? These people are the same boomers that are on the boards of directors of BlackRock, Blackstone, State Street, Vanguard, and every single board of every Fortune 500 company. What would happen in the United States tomorrow if a list came out today with 1,000 CEOs and their board members on it? The stock market would tank.
Yeah.
They're not protecting the politicians. I mean, that's collateral benefit.
Yeah, but they're protecting
They're
the money.
protecting the donor class.
Yeah.
They need that money to flow.
Yeah.
They're not protecting the politicians. They're protecting the
that's
donors.
Small fish. Small fish.
They're protecting the stock market.
Yeah. Of course.
They're protecting the donors. And I don't agree with it. Clean slate it. I'm good.
Yeah,
probably right.
Thoughts. I think she nailed it, dude.
Yeah. I think this has more to do with the economy than anything else. Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing video. We've given out so many videos of the day, but that definitely would earn it. I mean, I've never thought about that. And she's totally 100%. Someone said 109% right. I totally agree with that, what she said.
All right, we're doing it.
Heavy legs, big money.
Great job, guys.
Good.
That was fire, and she's right. It's not
Yeah,
the
she is.
politicians. They're disposable. It's the donor class who runs these giant corporations that would see incredible economic damage done to these too big to fail corporations.
Yeah, I think that's pretty spot on. You know, it's like it's a mix, but it's probably pretty heavily weighted in what you said right there.
I agree, dude. That shit's crazy, dude. That shit's cray.
4,900 or 4,090 points. Sorry, 4,090 points.
Will
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of...
I think you need to understand how serious the situation is. The climate that we're living in is so serious because now the timer is ticking. You've been watching me for longer than 2 years. You know that I've been predicting this time right now for the last 2 years. What you need to understand right now is that every decision that you make, that you allow a system to influence you to make, is also giving you more bars and more locks so that you can't escape the system that is creating a jail for you to live in. Digital ID situations, not learning how to get off of the X, not understanding the purpose of the OSINT scrub. This is not a sales pitch. Understanding that you need to have procurement discipline with your procurement of everything. And for those out there who don't know, procurement is the acquisition, the buying, the purchasing, the collection of any service or good. You do not need to give up your ID for these things. You need to start removing yourself from these systems that are collecting information to create a prison because of your mind castle, which is being infected with their systems. I need you to pay attention.
Pay attention.
I'm not going to be here forever guiding you through the light. I'm going to have to save myself and my tribe one day, so I need you to pay attention.
Pay attention.
I hope to see you in that other side.
Me too, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, he's spot on. It was good to see Bobby Kennedy yelling about it. I don't know when that clip was, but
I love Bobby Kennedy. Everyone can hate him. I love him. I think he's doing the Lord's work, and he's taking out a lot of stuff, and he's brave enough to fight for us. Xandarian. If you're not watching this show, you will never truly be awake enough to open your third eye. Greatest show ever. Thank you, He gave us $777. He's totally right, dude. I mean, this is the battle of our lifetime. Your children and their children. Even if you don't have kids, your nieces and your nephews will be enslaved, and they will never be able to have an independent thought ever again if we allow this to happen. And what you need to understand, people, is that we have the power. It's the illusion that they have the power. They can't do anything without our approval. I don't know why this occult rule is there, but it's the truth. You got to fight back. You got to let everybody know digital ID is the devil's work. Dude, look what's going on in China. There's all this Chinese propaganda. It's great over here. It's awesome. Dude, they slaughtered a bunch of the Chinese. That's all the Chinese government does to Chinese. I mean, just huge numbers of just offing their own people and imprisoning them in the social credit score system. And you won't be able to leave. You won't be able to fly. You'll be able to fly twice a year. Oh, you've flown already. You can't leave. What?
And you can't drive. You used your driving credits.
Get out of here, dude. I'm telling you, wake up. Wake up.
Well, I mean, I think people are, but obviously people just get the real ID and then they'll move on and they'll just try to carry on with the rest of their day. But luckily, there's like a lot of activists, and hopefully there's enough of us that will cause a bit of a stink. We'll see.
I hope the UK wakes up.
Yeah, me too.
Will go.
Gnosticism, which is one of the oldest versions of Christianity, teaches us about the lost divine feminine known as Sophia. Sophia in Greek means wisdom. In Proverbs 8:22, we read, I, wisdom, was with the Lord when he began his work long before he made anything else.
Jeez, that was short and intense. I thought there was more to it. You guys gotta know I don't watch the whole video because I want to have a natural reaction to it. Esoteric Eddie pulls no punches.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was insane.
He's like a lot of these guys that say, I must say Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ. A lot of people think Lucifer and Jesus are the same person. Jesus says in the Bible, I am the light. I'm the light bearer. It's crazy, dude. It's a crazy ass thing, bro.
I don't want to consider it. I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about spinning this wheel.
I'm
thinking about this
15
wheel.
15 minutes till we go to Sam's Corner, so we gotta make a lot of points in 15. We may never get off this level.
It's possible, but I want to believe. I gotta believe. I got to believe in the golden video.
Ended up getting contacted and recruited to become general counsel for the United States Jesuit Order in Washington, D.C., in their social ministry office, the public policy office. And then so I had access to 10,000 Jesuits all around the world who were gathering intelligence and information and stuff and sharing it with the Vatican. And I was tapped into that, and I became fascinated about the fact that not only was there this whole other world going on, this covert world of kind of a deep state kind of functioning, but that I also realized that there were all of these realities inside the churches of the capacities of our human family that were being kept secret. They had monks in monasteries who could levitate and that could engage in predicting the future. They had all kinds of capacity. And then I started reading lots and more stuff about Hinduism and Buddhism and realizing that they were in their secret documents that had been held secret for centuries.
Wow.
About all these capacities that the human species has. And so I began working on this. And then I started realizing that the more information information that I was finding out about the UFO phenomenon and the UFO beings. They were displaying things that were like siddhas.
Yeah.
They were like Hindu siddhas that human beings are capable of. Therefore, the secrets were not only being kept about the existence of the UFOs and the extraterrestrial beings coming and going from the planet, but the churches and synagogues and other religions were keeping secret from the people the actual full capacities of our human species.
Damn, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's every movie ever made all at once.
Yes. It is. It does feel like that. Like they're just like they've told us the truth or the situation over like 30 movies.
Yeah.
And it's up for us to piece these parts together to figure out the actual situation that's going on.
Yeah, it's really crazy, dude. And I think that's it. And I think, the Hindus have been around for a very long time, forever. And they talk about all this stuff. I just can't. And, of course, you had India, which was a beautiful country. And then the British Empire came in and destroyed it like it destroys everything. It's crazy, dude.
Coming in, wrecking stuff, drinking tea.
It's crazy.
Who needs that crap?
Who needs that crap?
All right, come on. We got 10 minutes, Sam. We can do this.
I think we
now.
can do it, dude. I believe.
You just have to be ready.
Give us the golden wheel.
Come on. We're very
Do you
close.
think it's a coincidence that the number 13 is being seen as an unlucky number? It's not. It's not a coincidence. The number 13 has been erased from everywhere, and that is a big reason of why our system is not changing and why we're not stepping into harmony. I think we all know that 13 counts as a bad luck number. For example, Friday the 13th. In some buildings, there is no 13th floor. In some planes, there is no row 13. Even hospitals sometimes avoid the room 13. We have 12 months, 12 hours, 12 zodiac signs, 12 disciples. That is very weird, because the moon rotates the earth 13 times a year, not 12 times. Women have 13 menstrual cycles a year, not 12. We have 12 zodiac signs, while there is a 13th constellation in the sky, Ophiuchus, that was just cut up from the circle. We always talk about 12 apostles, but Marie Magdalene was the 13th. She was the feminine. That was completely erased. So why is that so important? Because the number 13 is the harmony of the universe. The fruit of life consists of 13 circles, which is the predecessor of Metatron's cube, male and female energies combined. So since the Metatron's cube plays a very important role of the creation of the universe, you could basically see the fruit of life as the womb of the universe. Number 13 is also part of the Fibonacci sequence, which is a sequence of numbers that you can find throughout nature and the universe. To erase 13 is to erase the path into natural time, into the rhythms of the moon, into the rhythms of the body, the earth, the seasons. It is to erase the principle of renewal. And by demonizing it, what we have been doing, by conditioning us to fear this number, we are taught to reject the very key that brings us into balance. If you want to know more about natural cycles and natural time, follow me or become part of my natural time community, which you can find through the link in my bio. Thank you so much for listening to this important information and bringing 13 to your consciousness. Bye.
Love it.
All right.
First off, would, totally would, 100%. I think that's right. I think that they put us on 12 to get us out of our natural cycles.
Yeah, I agree. And they change it to the calendar and that they want, and then it's still there though. Like all that information is still there, but they change it to dominate, obviously.
Yes, and they get us off our cycles. Poor ladies. They got double up one time. Come on, they got 13 cycles. What are we doing here? It's ridiculous. This is XRod 1992, $20. I promise these are $20. I promise these $20 are not gay dollars. Well, we would love if they were gay dollars. We'd love them. These are Doom dollars on the show, guys. Doom dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Doom dollars. Doom dollars. How many points we get? Okay, we had a huge jump there. We get a couple of these big jumps. We got a shot. Let's go.
We do. Let's do it.
XG's here, everybody.
Let's do it.
Time for a little walk through the Rich Dude Hall of Shame. Today we're talking about why your metabolism didn't just break. It was hijacked slowly and systematically by powerful men who shaped health and food systems to serve their interests, not yours. I'm a human biology teacher on a quest to teach you what's going on inside your flesh suit, so let's jump in. First up is Ansel Keys. He was a scientist that convinced America that dietary fat causes heart disease. In his studies, he selectively reported data that supported his hypothesis, ignoring countries that ate high-fat diets but had low rates of heart disease. He completely overlooked the role of sugar, and his work influenced decades of policy. Low-fat, high-carb foods became the norm, and we've been living with the consequences ever since. Insulin resistance, obesity, infertility, and pandemic levels of chronic disease. Second is Earl Butz. As the Secretary of Agriculture in the 1970s, he overhauled American farming by pushing corn and soy subsidies. His motto was get big or get out. And the result was a flood of cheap, government-backed ingredients like high fructose corn syrup and soybean oil. And these are now the foundation of ultra-processed foods. Because of this guy, real butter and real sugar were replaced with manufactured substitutes that disrupt blood sugar and wreak havoc on our metabolic health. It made food a lot cheaper, but far more damaging. Next is John Harvey Kellogg. Fun fact, he wasn't just a cereal guy. He was a doctor that held strong beliefs about purity and self-control. He thought rich, flavorful foods encouraged sin and disease. So he promoted bland, starchy meals, like cornflakes, and warned against fat and protein. He helped popularize the idea that everyone should eat breakfast every day, but his real legacy was that he paved the way for a billion-dollar cereal industry that was built on the myth that we need to eat high-carb breakfast in order to maintain energy throughout the day. No protein, no fiber, just a blood sugar spike and a crash to start your day. And last but not least, everyone's favorite, John D. Rockefeller. In the early 1900s, Rockefeller made his money in oil, but then he turned his attention to medicine. He began to fund medical schools, but only if they would follow a pharmaceutical model. Nutrition, herbs, and lifestyle changes were dismissed as unscientific. And his money helped fuel the Flexner Report of 1910, which shut down hundreds of naturopathic and homeopathic schools across the United States. Because of this guy, most doctors get barely any education on nutrition or prevention. Instead, we're locked into a system that manages symptoms instead of looking at root causes. It's great for selling patented drugs, but not so great for supporting your metabolism. But hear me out. Despite what all these guys have done, your body isn't broken. It's been reacting intelligently to a system that was never meant to support real health. So make sure to hit that follow button to come back to learn more about how to battle this broken system and how to rebuild your metabolic health one step at a time.
I agree. Yeah. That is excellent.
Great information.
Video. Excellent video, dude. Excellent video.
I think we got to go. We're at 5,100. We just got to. We got to keep going. We have an opportunity.
We got to go.
I'm going to prove this 20-year-old trick is fake.
2, 1. No way, it actually worked.
If you ever lock your keys in the car, here's a way to get it unlocked. The air pressure will cause it to unlock.
No, it doesn't. To open the lock, you need to push all the pins to a set position at the gap line. The diameter of a tennis ball is 6.7 centimeters, which means its volume is forward 3 times pi times 6.7 divided by 2 to the power of 3, or 157 centimeters cubed. I counted 3 frames when they were squeezing the ball. The metadata of the video shows 30 frames per second, which means the squeeze time is 0.1 second. The volumetric flow rate, or Q, is volume divided by this time, or 1500 centimeters cubed per second. There are 3 forces acting on each pin in the lock: an up force because of the air pressure from the tennis ball, which is pressure times the area of the tip of the pin, a down force due to gravity, and another down force because of the spring at the top of each pin. This means the distance each pin moves is pressure times area minus the mass of each pin times gravity divided by the spring constant. If the hole in the tennis ball is 5 millimeters, the area of the hole is pi times 2.5 to the power of 2, or 19.6 millimeters squared. By doing some more simple math and using Bernoulli's principles, we can derive this formula for Q. We then plug in the variables and solve for the pressure change, which is 9,727 pascals. By plugging that into our distance formula, we can see each pin can only move 0.067 millimeters. If that's not enough, let's also calculate the adiabatic upper bound pressure. We know pressure times volume to the power of gamma is a constant. This means P2 is the atmosphere pressure times the volume of the ball divided by the squeeze state volume to the power of 1.4 for air. Let's be generous and say they're squeezing the ball by 50%, which means P2 is 266 kilopascals, and if we subtract air pressure of 101, we get a pressure change of 165. Plug it into the same distance formula and we can see the absolute maximum each pin can move is 1.17 millimeters. And since at minimum we need to move each pin by 2 millimeters to open the lock, all these videos and all future videos are fake.
Well, that's wonderful. Fun with math, nerd dorks.
Wow.
Shutting it down, you TikTok idiots.
TikTok scammers, all these scammers and flammers out there.
Go.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Here we go. Here we go.
Well
Did you know that in 1989, a Louisiana prison warden turned death row into a twisted blood sport for the wealthy? Louis Thibodeau ran Angola State Penitentiary with absolute control over condemned prisoners, but instead of using the electric chair, he created something far more horrifying. He transported death row inmates during fake transfer procedures to remote bayou locations. There, massive 12-foot alligators waded in murky waters, deliberately starved for weeks. Wealthy spectators paid $100,000 each to watch from elevated platforms as prisoners were pushed into the water. The starved predators attacked immediately, tearing victims apart while elite clients watched through binoculars.
Oh my God.
For months, state officials noticed inmates disappearing without official execution records. Then in December 1989, authorities caught Thibodeau in the act. He was actively pushing prisoner Robert Chen into alligator-infested waters as paying spectators watched. Police discovered his detailed client roster, including politicians and celebrities. 31 condemned men had been devoured alive for entertainment. The death penalty had become a $15 million business, a grotesque spectacle for the rich.
Unbelievable. What a scumbag.
And they probably made movies out of this too.
Next, keep going. We're getting closer. Come
all right,
on,
all right. We're just going to power through. Here we go.
4 more minutes. We're never
okay, we're going to power through. Yes. We might get a golden video.
The big money is body parts.
Oh.
It's not just about sex trafficking. It's that when the sex trafficked children and people are used up, they're converted to body parts and sold on the black market to black transplantologists. I hate to say this. This is really, really distressing to me to say this, but I honestly think every major food manufacturing, meat manufacturing, processing plant ought to be tested for human meat. The concentration of human meat. I think they have a way of doing that, and they claim they do because they shut down a couple of McDonald's. And we've heard people, remember Rabbi Finkelstein in New York? He was bragging about this. He was talking about, not letting it go to waste, putting it in the meat, and nobody believed him. But then later, this whole thing McDonald's came out.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about here, people? So it's being run, and Ukraine is the center of it.
Oh my God!
So dark.
I think you want to do one more. Do you want to go straight to Sam's
One
corner?
more.
One more.
One
Okay.
more. Let's see if we can get to 6,000. And we're never going to visit that.
Come on. The first time we got like 9,000.
Real reason why cartoon characters wear white gloves is way more disturbing than you think. So everybody's familiar with this very specific style of white glove that a ton of classic cartoon characters wear, but not many people really question why they're wearing the gloves. It's just how it always has been. Unless you're the character Bobby from an extremely goofy movie who jokingly asks this exact question.
Do you ever wonder why we're always like wearing gloves?
Yeah, that's just a funny little gag, but it's a good point. Why do they wear the gloves? Well, a lot of people will tell you it's so the character's hands can stand out from their darker bodies, which made it easier for animators to make them more expressive and to better convey the things that they were doing with their hands. And while that's technically true, it's only half of the story, and it leaves out a very important and very disturbing detail. Cartoon characters wear white gloves so that their hands stand out against their black bodies because blackface minstrel actors from the 1920s and 30s wore white gloves so that their hands would stand out against the black paint on their faces. Because many early cartoon characters like Mickey Mouse, Felix the Cat, Bimbo the Dog, and Bosco were blackface minstrel characters.
Right.
That's right, Mickey Mouse was originally intended to be a parody or an homage to vaudeville blackface actors. You see, in the early days of cartoon animation, before TV existed or they were even being regularly played in movie theaters, animators like Winsor McKay, creator of Little Nemo, would take their cartoons on tour with vaudeville shows and literally project them on stage on a screen. They would even sometimes interact with their animations. And the most popular part of these vaudeville touring shows was the blackface minstrel act. And so the animators, trying to grab the audience that was there to see the blackface minstrel shows, would pattern their characters off of those blackface actors. So the cartoon characters would take on the physical traits of these blackface actors, like the dark black skin with the white or red mouth and eyes, and also the personality traits and tropes of blackface minstrelsy, like the mischievous trickster character, which was very common in blackface and was also what most cartoon characters in the 1930s and 40s were. This minstrel style of cartoon character carried over from the vaudeville era of animation to the film era of animation with characters like Mickey Mouse and Felix the Cat. And after a while, blackface minstrel shows obviously fell out of favor and people just kind of forgot that they were like that. So the style of the character became solely associated with cartoons. And that's how we ended up with generations of these cartoon characters with these inexplicable white gloves. And again, many people will tell you, no, it's nothing to do with blackface. It's so that their hands can stand out from their bodies, but that's just not historically accurate. And here's the thing, I love animation like many people, and I love many of these characters. I'm not trying to get anything canceled. I just think it's important to be aware of these things. And real quick, if you like my videos and you want to see more in-depth writing from me, you can do that here.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable. What a great video, dude. Let's go to Sam's Corner right now. We didn't get to 7,000. We were close, though. That was a great video. Got us a lot of points. So close. So close.
Going to Sam's Corner right now. You have a little theme music.
I love it, dude. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with this one. You're going to love it. Here we go.
It's that time of the year again where we never forget that the Paris Hilton porn One Night in Paris was dedicated to the victims of 9/11. It's a real thing. You can look it up. The guy that fucked Paris Hilton and then took video of it and then sold it to Red Light Entertainment. That guy made sure there was a dedication to the victims of 9/11. I can only imagine, they're about to put out the DVD and Red Light comes to him and they're like, is there anything you'd like to put at the opening credits? And he's like, yeah, you guys ever just think about 9/11? And they're like, I mean, yeah, sometimes, sure. And he's like, yeah. Sad, right? And they're like, yeah, pretty sad. He's like, we should probably say something about that. And they're like, I mean, whatever. It's porn. You can put literally anything before it and people aren't going to, they're still going to watch it. Anyway, I just feel like it shouldn't be lost to history, the fact that someone decided to celebrity and then dedicate it to 3,000 people that died in a terrorist attack. Anyway, that's it. Good luck.
Thank you, Zach Bennett. That was absolutely hilarious. Zach Bennett comedy. Here we go. Speaking of farting, here we go.
Demand you identify the slave known as Farticus. I'm Farticus.
I'm Farticus. I'm Farticus.
No, I'm Farticus. I'm Farticus. I'm Farticus. I'm Farticus.
I'm Farticus.
I'm Farticus.
I'm Farticus. I'm Farticus.
Too much. Sorry, dude.
Man, that's what AI is being used for right now, which is awesome. That's what you need.
I am Farticus. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. This is funny.
This is great. Ice Cube's tour bus got firebombed in Portland, Oregon. So you're telling me the left is so stupid? The ice on Ice Cube meant ice like immigration customs and these are the people we're arguing with, guys. I hope they try and do this to someone like Ice-T. Try firebombing Ice-T. See what happens.
I mean, dude, that's the craziest story ever.
No, I think Ice Cube. I'm sorry, Ice Cube. He came out and said that while he did own the tour bus or belonged to him, they didn't get his. It was his crew. He was like his road crew. So everyone's okay. It was damaged, but they didn't get him. They got his crew.
Love it. Here we
go.
Does
that make it any better? Probably not.
It does. It does. Here we go.
Sir, flood is the Himalaya Parvat, a very rainfall. And this is the China, this is the World War. And you have, do not Narendra Modi, what is this? Cancel. I know. Japan, Rus and Russia. Do you understand?
It is man-made disaster or not?
No digester that you like rainfall is not. Because of do you understand my son? Theory. But no. You have been underestimated by the intercourse? No. Aurat, woman is the very well. What is this stuff? What are you doing? Are you messes? Anything? In this matter, 8-meter depth.
He's trying hard.
He's trying hard. Fake it till you make it, dude. That's all I gotta say. All right, this will be the final video of the night. 2 more. Here we go. Real quick. Here we go. Real quick.
Oh, well.
Oh, my
It's
God.
beautiful. It's definitely unique, and I love the print. I'm a little afraid that it's going to fall off.
That was a real quick one. Final video of what can be called one of our greatest episodes ever. I mean, greatest episode ever. And then we have to do some quick super chats. Hold on. Here we go. This is the end. This is the end of what will be called one of the greatest episodes ever, or the greatest episode ever.
We are actually here because you were identified as a performative male. We have some quotes from your ex-girlfriends. Is that okay?
Which ex-girlfriend?
You sent an unsolicited pic to Jackie. She said, gross. And your response was, I'm actually struggling with body dysmorphia, so it is pretty brave of me to send this. I hope you understand how important sensitivity to these things are, period.
I had posted the same picture on a subreddit, and I'd gotten positive responses. I just wanted to see if, the person that I was pursuing at the time also felt the same.
No, okay, I thought that was funny.
I can't tell if it's serious or not. Like, it's so well done. I don't know. Like, I can see that as being something that happens in real life. Was that fake? I can't tell.
This just in from Dana Marshall. Spotify happening this week, guys.
Oh God, yes.
Spotify is happening. You will soon be able to see the show on Spotify. We love you guys. Family Dooming with the Vardas. Thank you. That's great, dude. This is a family-friendly show most of the time, occasionally. This is just a Grumble 2081, just throwing $10. Love it, dude. Thank you, dude. Big bucks. No whammies. No whammies.
I need money.
Okay, we all need money, not just Alex Jones. You're a legend, Sam. That's from Daniel, $5. And I think that might be it, guys. That might be the end. This is the end of the greatest show ever. All right, guys. This is it. That's it. That was the last one. Guys, great show. Love you guys.
Fell short on points, but we'll try again next time.
3,000 people watching live. Thank you guys so much. We love you all. Thank you. And check out, do not check out Midnight Mike show.
I was being facetious earlier. Go to OBDMpod, obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com. You do shows twice a week. Yeah.
I thought
reverse psychology,
dude. I thought you were being autistic.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
We need all the listeners we can get. Come on.
Yeah, we really should. And then finally, go Sam Tripoli for my date, samtripoli.com/events. And then finally, check out Deep Dish. It will be live October 4th, my 4th crowd special. This might be the best one yet. Pure chaos. And that's it. Midnight. I love you to pieces. Always a pleasure working with you. And we will see you soon. Doomer's going to doom. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.